Support Black
up.
Lives Matter. You heard of them,
Yes.
right? You support them?
Yes, I do.
What did you think of them shouting, "What do we want? Dead cops. When do we want it now? Pigs in the blanket, fry 'em like bacon." Did you support that? Those chants?
I don't know who chanted that. I didn't
Black
hear
Lives
that.
Matter did.
I didn't hear that. I
You
didn't hear that
never
from
heard it
them.
at all?
No.
How did you not hear it?
I didn't
It
hear
was
that
all
from
over
them.
the media over and over and over again.
What I did see in the media were attempts to attach, folks who participated in Black Lives Matter marches who may have had alternative sentiments, to attach those to the larger, more peaceful narrative of Black Lives Matter. I did hear that, but I did not hear Black Lives Matter people.
That's amazing. You're so
chanting
smart. I'm
that
surprised you
language.
didn't hear that. They did chant it, and just assume I'm telling you, take my word at it. They chanted those things. Would you support those type of chants coming from Black Lives Matter?
Well, I don't believe that those chants came from Black Lives Matter.
Yo, welcome everybody. Welcome to Culture War. How you doing? My name is Roland. In this particular video, we're going to be watching Jessie taking out a BLM supporter. She did everything in her powers to defend the BLM movement, even though the BLM movement was kind of iffy because they were kind of inciting violence, but she did everything she could to defend the BLM movement. So let's watch Jessie take her out. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. Let's get into it.
Support Black Lives Matter. You heard of them,
Yes.
right? You support them?
Yes, I do.
And why?
Because firstly, I think that there are multiple facets of the resistance movement in large. I think resistance and advocacy looks different to different people. And I think that it's our responsibility, if you call yourself a member of the resistance movement in large, if you call yourself somebody who is, personally and emotionally committed to social justice and advocacy, that you be consistent with that and you support organizations that may be doing it differently than you, maybe utilizing different methods, but are also working towards well, I'm extremely proud of the fact that their quick organization and action around the uprising in Ferguson, their calls for police accountability led directly to the first piece of legislation around body cams in this country, where several different municipalities across this country and states, took that into account and implemented legislation for body cams.
What did you think of them shouting, "What do we want? Dead cops. When do we want it now? Pigs in the blanket, fry 'em like bacon." Did you support that? Those chants?
I don't know who chanted that. I didn't
Black
hear
Lives
that.
Matter did.
I didn't hear that. I
You
didn't hear that
never
from
heard it
them.
at all?
No.
How did you not hear it?
I didn't
It
hear
was
that
all
from
over
them.
the media over and over and over again.
What I did see in the media were attempts to attach, folks who participated in Black Lives Matter marches who may have had alternative sentiments, to attach those to the larger, more peaceful narrative of Black Lives Matter. I did hear that, but I did not hear Black Lives Matter people.
That's amazing. You're so smart. I'm surprised you didn't hear that. They did chant it, and just assume I'm telling you, take my word at it. They chanted those things. Would you support those type of chants coming from Black Lives Matter?
Well, I don't believe that those chants came from Black Lives Matter.
But they did. And if they did, what would you think of that?
Well, I don't believe that Black Lives Matter would chant like that. I think that, again, when you organize a group of people, you have people who are multifaceted and have nuanced different beliefs that are different than the larger, or maybe subbed than the larger. And again, if I heard that, I would vehemently oppose it, but I do not
Why
believe
would
that
you
was
oppose
attached.
it? If you heard Black Lives Matter doing this, why would you oppose it?
Because, let's call this plain, right? It is in all of our best interests to have positive and supportive relationships with those who are trusted to keep us safe in this community. And also, I know that Black Lives Matter is not against police and our first responders. They're not. When people gather together for a march and a rally, the rally and the march is to uphold and affirm the value of the lives of our brothers and sisters.
Right.
It's not to speak down or against or negative to anybody else. So that would be the first reason why I would oppose it, because it's not the time or the place, nor is it appropriate to be saying those types of things.
Do you believe that white cops are abusive and racist toward black people?
I think that's a really blanketed statement.
But that's what they believe. Do you believe
No,
that?
they don't believe. I don't think it says anywhere in their manifesto that they believe.
Are you talking about a different Black Lives Matter group?
We're not talking about a different
You don't
Black
seem to
Lives
know
Matter
much
group.
about them.
That's very interesting. So the Black Lives Matter organization that I know is vehemently against institutionally supported racism and prejudice and acted out by officers. Black Lives Matter that I know is absolutely for holding police accountable for their actions and interactions with community members. In nowhere have I seen them specifically say that this is against white cops. I don't know that to be true. I have not seen that in any kind of written statement. And so I can't defend that because I don't know that's not the truth that I know.
Amazing. Black Lives Matter is a radical, far-left, agitative organization that is built up of lesbians and homosexuals and communist type people. As a Christian, how are you able to support that type of organization?
I'm really taken aback by your description of that organization. I'll simply say that what I'm most proud about through all of my work, whether it's been contracted work or serving public officials or my own entrepreneurial endeavors, is that everything that I've opened my mouth to support has been rooted in equity, social
because
justice.
of time, how are you able, as a Christian woman, being a Christian, how are you able to support Black Lives Matter? Knowing that, what I just said about them.
My godfather, Dr. Cornel West, said it perfectly that love is what justice looks like in public. Justice is what love looks like in public. And as a Christian woman, I will be held to a standard to ask, what did you do for the least of these? You know, how did you earn your keep on this earth?
Are you telling me how you're able to support them? This is how you can support them as a Christian?
This is how I can support them.
You're saying that you love them?
Excuse me?
Are you saying that you love them even though they're radical?
I'm saying in love for myself. I don't attach, let me just have it be very clear that all of the labels that you attach onto Black Lives Matter, the movement, the members of the movement that you so outlined before this exchange, is not coherent or congruent with how I describe Black Lives Matter.
But
so if you're going to ask me how I can support Black Lives Matter, I can tell you how I can support the Black Lives Matter that I know I do support.
Because of your love, being a Christian and you love them, that's how you're able to support them?
You're simplifying my words. Because of my love for myself, for my culture, for people who look like me, for those who are the most vulnerable and marginalized in our communities, because of my love
so do you
for
love
equity
Black
and
Lives Matter?
access.
You love Black Lives Matter?
I feel like this is getting into...
No, I want to move on, but I'm not getting an
times?
answer. I'm trying to get an answer.
I'm giving you an appropriate
do you love
answer.
Them? Do you love them?
I'm giving an appropriate answer.
Okay.
I think it's time to do the last question. We actually are running really long on time.
No, we're about to end right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we need to do the last question.
You supported did you celebrate the International Women's Day?
I did.
You took part in that?
I did.
I read on you tweeted that you changed your Twitter profile to red for the International Women's Day. Red represents socialism and communism and stuff like that. Why did you change from red to red?
That's a really odd line to draw. The organizers of the Women's Day March created this additional call to action for a day without a woman on International Women's Day. You know, red is a color of resistance. It's also one of our nation's 3 pillar colors. Red also is a sign of strength, can be a sign of distress. And I think that it was all too fitting for us to use red to exclaim that we are here, that women should be affirmed and supported on every day, not just International Women's Day. And it was, I was proud to take part. I still had to work. I wasn't able to abstain from unpaid or paid work, but I did wear my red, and I was proud of that.
Normal people don't know what the complaints are. We hear the rallies, we hear that people are afraid, but we don't know what they're afraid of or what they're complaining about, because we have a new administration who has not done anything yet to make them feel whatever they're feeling. What do they want? We don't know what they want. Trump only been there since January.
Normal people.
You know, the ones who are not wearing the red and protesting and running in fear.
Those are normal people.
And living in fear. What are they afraid? What do they want?
Well, I guess I'm a part of the non-normal people, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what they think or feel.
My last question is, as a black woman, I've been wondering this for a while. How do black women see black men today? How do you see black men?
I think that's a question that is extremely heavy and weighted, and I don't know if we have the time to unpack it, but what I see constantly when I look at my brothers is strength, possibility, opportunity, hope, optimism, love. I see reciprocity. I see a growing love of self, and I'm proud as a black woman to speak that to black men whenever I do see them.